Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
Oh, flounder. I'll be right there.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about new Mermaid cereal from General Mills. Now this cereal started hitting shelves around June, but I got my hands on this sale sample box back in April from my Instagram friend, Sega Retro Revival. Now sales sample boxes are basically like test boxes of cereal they release before they release it to the general public. The cereal inside the box is the same that you'll see when it hits shelves, but the box art on these sales samples is sometimes just a mock-up and not necessarily the same box art you'll see when this stuff goes nationwide. For example, here's a sales sample box of Blueberry Cheerios. Now you can see this isn't the version you'll find on shelves today, and I'd say they made a good choice because this official version they released, well, the box art is way better than this one. This one just kind of looks like they're trying to make it seem like a blueberry muffin cereal, which, don't get me wrong, we all want the return of blueberry muffin tops, but it's just not a very vibrant or eye-catching box. Anyway, with this mermaid version, it looks like the box art has stayed the same. Unfortunately, with these sales sample boxes, the sides are usually blank, and it's got the same art on the front and the back of the box. Now, I guess it shouldn't come as any surprise that General Mills would release some mermaid cereal, considering mermaids seem to be gaining traction again in pop culture. They don't have the same Q rating as unicorns per se, but they're definitely at the top of the mythical creatures list. And it is funny how cereal companies try to ride each other's coattails or copy each other. Kellogg's released Unicorn Fruit Loops in the UK, and then they released Unicorn cereal here in the US. And then General Mills follow a trend by adding Unicorn Marshmallows to Lucky Charms. Kellogg's released the Mermaid Fruit Loops in Australia, and General Mills one-upped them by releasing a Mermaid cereal here in the US. Though to be fair, in General Mills' defense, they filed a trademark for this Mermaid cereal way back in 2018, so maybe it's just a case of great cereal minds in the research and development department cashing in on hot trends. However, General Mills doesn't hesitate to throw shade at Kellogg's whenever given the opportunity, and they usually use Lucky the Leprechaun as their point person, as evidenced by them making a Lucky Charms Frosted Flakes, and the rumor floating around that they're going to release a Crispy Rice Clusters Lucky Charms, which would feature the old version of Kellogg's Rice Krispie Treat cereal, the one that Kellogg's recently changed to an inferior recipe. So kudos to General Mills for taking advantage of Kellogg's incompetence. Anyway, back to Mermaid cereal. You can see there's an unnamed mermaid mascot on the front of this box here, which kind of makes me wish we lived back in the 80s and 90s when they had tons of cereal commercials on TV, and we would have for sure seen an ad with this mascot. And considering the cereal world has done a terrible job with representation over the years, including a lack of female mascots, it would have been cool to see a mermaid mascot on TV. So from the box here, you can see the stuff looks like it's orange stars and bluish greenish little fish. It says down here the stuff is naturally fruit flavored sweetened corn puffs, so basically tricks. But let's reserve judgment until we try this stuff. And even though this is just a sales sample box and there's no games or activities on the back, here's what the back of real Mermaid cereal looks like. You can see they have 3 mermaids here on the back, and this game where you have to follow the clues to collect the letters in the order that will spell out the answer to what a mermaid's treasure is. If we follow all the clues and collect the letters, the answer we get is jewels. And then at the bottom it asks you to count the treasure chest in this picture. The answer there is there are 11 treasure chests. But let's open this stuff up and take a look. So here's what a bowl of Mermaid cereal looks like. You can see the starfish pieces and fish pieces are brightly colored. It's definitely a green and orange combo. Kind of reminds you of Nickelodeon's green slime cereal. Let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. Yep, so as I suspected, it tastes just like Trix. I mean, perhaps they tweaked the flavor a little bit. You'd think a cereal connoisseur as myself would be able to detect that, but ultimately, it really just tastes like Trix to me. Nothing outside the box or extraordinary in regards to taste. I guess there are only so many fruity flavors you can add to a cereal. This stuff kind of reminds me of that SpongeBob cereal from General Mills a few years ago. That one had stars for Patrick Star and little yellow squares for SpongeBob, but it was also an underwater theme and had a fruity flavor. But I mean, if you're a fan of Trix cereal, then go ahead and pick this stuff up. Personally, I think this Mermaid cereal will appeal to people who love mermaids and are just drawn to the box. But I don't think it will sustain or stand the test of time because the flavor is something that we can get from other cereals. Again, maybe if this was the 90s and they gave this mermaid some personality and some of her own commercials, then you might have something. But today, it's only a matter of time before she swims back underwater. That being said, I don't know what I would have done to make a better, unique mermaid cereal. Maybe add more sparkle or glitter to the shapes, or pieces that had a salty fish taste to them. I'm just kidding, obviously, that would be gross. But what would you do to create a unique mermaid cereal? Leave your thoughts down in the comments. Alright, that's gonna do it for this short video about Mermaid cereal. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy.